I was like, this feels different.
Make sure I got that in. Ooh, ah! Hold on now. Gotta make sure we both in there.
Okay.
Anyway, test that.
I just been thinking.
I just wanna know if you feel me. Keep it on the low.
Yeah.
Cause my heart can't take it. What's that? What's it?
I don't know how to do it. Okay. Oh baby. They was having them Diddy parties.
Chill. Wow, it is going down.
that's why I said that.
Going down right now. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Mario Norman.
And I'm Zafir.
And welcome to another episode of
No Love Lost.
And today, pretty much how I want to kick the episode off is just saying I just want love and white privileges compared to far as into side chick privileges. Yes, I did say side chick privileges, right?
Okay.
But let me say it like this, though, right? The only reason why I sit back and I want to actually have these discussions today is pretty much this, right? A lot of people always question far as in like why men, what do men want pretty much in a relationship? And what I mean by that is I always sit back and I always be like, if anytime when I'm looking far as for a relationship, I always sit back and I'll be like, I just want love. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Love pretty much can go like a very, very long way, but a lot of people actually don't believe it. We can sit back and we can tell a woman straight up, like, only thing I really want far as for any woman is love. What do you have to bring to the table, besides love? You get what I'm saying? And like when we sit back and ask that question, right? They'll act like, is it something else? You get what I'm saying? Regardless of far as what we say to them, they feel as if like, there's something more than that. What else do you want? But you got to think about it. We don't do all this stuff just because we like you. It has to be like a deeper level as far as like, wow, I want to actually be with you. Why I say I want that love far as from you. Because the only thing a man can actually give is love. You get what I'm saying? So I feel as if like once stuff like that actually happens and you actually give your all pretty much far into one person or like whoever you're dealing with far as out there in the world, just ask any man or ask any person that you're actually sitting there you're dealing with. You get what I'm saying? Once a person sits back and starts saying like they actually love you, don't act like it's just like delusional. Don't be one of those people that be like, you know what, I hear you. You get what I'm saying? But it don't really sound right. It just don't sit right far as with me in my soul to believe that that's all you really want. But there's just the fucked up part behind it because like I can sit here and give you the blueprint as far as like everything that I sit back and want, and yet you'll still sit back and make it feel as if like that's not enough. You get what I'm saying? But don't ever feel as if like love is just like not all that I want, but I'm telling you the truth, is actually all that we really ever do want, even when we do get in relationships as far as who you're dealing with.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like when it comes down to is though, I've been in that situation before where I definitely wanted to vibe out with somebody before and not just, mess with them and actually get to know them. But a lot of people are so guarded nowadays because they always feel like, oh, I've been hurt before. But at the same time, who hasn't been hurt? I used to say, oh, I've been hurt, but at the same time, it becomes an excuse after a while because then when do you choose to heal?
Yeah, it's true.
Because we always feel like that we have this like we're the only person that ever been through something. Like, why this happened to me? And you feel like you're the only one. And, I think I said this yesterday to somebody. I said, you're not the only one going through something.
That's true.
You're not the only one going through that, whatever you're going through right now. I said, so when you start to sit here and single yourself out, stop making yourself the victim. Now, I'm not saying you can't be a victim sometimes because people do play around with love all the time.
Right.
But it comes to a point where you have to start deciding what do you allow, who do you choose to be around you, and what do you choose to accept. Because the better you love yourself, it's not just about red flags. I think it's also about, I think a woman or a man will literally, if they want something and they love something, they'll go after it. But right. At the same time, you have those same vindictive people who are really just soul snatchers. They just want to, obtain physical entities and put themselves on people, which cause people later on issues, because they leave parts of themselves behind.
You're not lying.
So I think those people make it hard for the people who actually want genuine commitment. And commitment doesn't mean just not cheating, because that's what a lot of people fail to realize is that it doesn't make you be a good girlfriend or a good boyfriend because you don't cheat.
Right.
That actually has nothing to, that is part of it. But at the same time, who are you to me? how do I hold value in your life and how do you hold value in mine? That starts to come into the perspective like with the side chick thing. A lot of people tend to, or side male, whatever. A lot of people tend to go that route because they feel a lack thereof instead of communicating in an effective way to get what they want or to realize that they'll never get what they want.
You know what, bro? I actually had somebody actually sit back, right? And, I actually heard this, along the way and stuff too, right? I actually know somebody or whatever who's actually in a relationship far as and with this person, right? And basically, how I can sit back and tell this story is that she so-called says she's in love far as and with the person, right? But yet, at the same time, she's still out there, like, cheating on the person too at the same time. But yet, he finally packed up his stuff or whatever, right? And actually just said, he just wanted to hit the high road. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they would break up, get back together, stuff like that, right? But guess what? He'll still come right back. But yet he don't even know what's going on or whatever, even when the facts and the proof and stuff is right there in front of their face. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes people are in denial as far as when it comes to stuff like that. But my thing is, two things in life that you never do, right? You never play with somebody's heart, right? And you never make somebody look like they're a fucking clown or a fool in front of your face. You never want to do something like that because one thing that you will never do over here is make it feel as if like we're being played with. Once a person feel like they're being played with, especially if you're a Scorpio, let's just put that out there. If people won't feel like they're played with or whatever and stuff like that, it's hell to pay. And let's just be real. Everybody's gonna sit back and say, "Oh no, it's nothing like that." But yeah, at the end of the day, it's true. Real shit will fuck some shit up.
It's like we're human beings. It's natural in us. It's just like when something that is kin to us becomes prey. That's the best way I can say is, you could be close to me one minute and then be the snake that I'm trying to take out the next.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, it gets to a point where you have to know when to let go. And the biggest thing that I've learned in my life from experiences is that sometimes things will be shown to you to let go and you continue on. And it takes something real powerful to snatch that situation away. And then it's like, oh, I can't go back now. But we got to stop dealing with that's trauma bonding. Allowing yourself to stick to something that you know isn't good for you.
And if you know it's not good for you, just let it go, honestly speaking. Because, like,
and it's not easy,
like,
but think about it.
You're really sitting back and you're hurting yourself or whatever, right? But you know the same exact results from every time that you sit back there and you do it. If you can't let go or whatever and actually try to heal yourself within all of that, then what are you doing? Because you're tolerating it, right? People make time for who they wants to make time for. Always remember that. That's something I always put out there for anybody. And another thing that I always sit back and I always say again, it's my quote, right? Never let the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. Correct? Right. I will always preach that. But at the same time, don't look like that you're a fool either just because you know what's going on. Never sit back and make it feel as if like a person can one up on you or feel like they're getting over on you, whatever, right? And you know that you're stronger than that. Start believing in that when you actually say it far as into yourself.
And believe yourself. It's not about being delusional and crazy, but when you see certain things that transpire that you are not in line with, believe yourself. Don't doubt yourself, because if you're a person who knows who you are and you know who you are in this world to yourself, then you know the value you hold. So when something is said, when you believe something, it doesn't mean, oh, it's facts. But you need to believe yourself enough to know that you're not crazy if you feel like someone is doing something that's not conducive to the life that you want to be part of.
I like that. That was real smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was real smart. I like that. But now let's talk about this real quick then, right? What is the differences? What is the differences, right? Between far as and like, all right, we have to put it out there because we're very, very open as far as like a lot of things that we say, right?
Okay.
You say I'm very appreciative of that. So when I say this, I say what are the differences between wifely privileges and then the side chick privileges? Meaning far as of this, right?
Uh-huh.
What are things that a wife can do that a side chick can never do? I'm putting this on all aspects, far as in the open world, you know what I'm saying? My world, your world, however you want to put it, right?
Wow.
But I'm saying it like this. What are the benefits? And women, guess what? Y'all can reverse that. And guess what? We'll give it far as into you from the man's perspective as well, too. But I'm just saying, if I want to get far as with a woman or whatever, right? And the first thing we always sit back and say, well, what do you bring to the table? My thing is, what can you do that the side chick cannot do? You get what I'm saying? So can you give me an example of what you feel as if like, because I know, you know what I'm saying, you're entitled, you get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You're with somebody. So what are the things that you bring to the table that you know that side nigga can never do, far as like to replace you for anybody's life? That's what I'm saying.
Well, for if I was just talking from not personal experience, but I was just talking, I would say that what it comes down to with me is it's not I'm very real. You're not gonna get perfection. You're not gonna get perfection, but what you are gonna get is somebody that's willing to stand by your side. And what that means is that in all areas of life, in every chapter, because in life we're growing. Even when we're 90 years old and 60 years old, we're growing as a person. We're humans. We're here not just on this earth to love, but we're here to learn. So the biggest experience I think that I would say for me is that someone can't replace me, is that I will be there not to be your fool, but I will be there in all seasons of life.
Mm.
I'll be there when your parents no longer can remember how to tie their shoes. I'll be there when we have our first kid. I'll be there when, there may be something wrong with you and you feel like there's nothing you can lean on. I'll be there. The goal for me with a partner is not to be their fool, but to be the person that in this world, if their world was to end, it would end because I wasn't there.
Right.
That's how I would feel.
That's how you
That's how I
feel.
would feel.
That's
Me,
how you feel.
I feel like that's who I am to a partner.
Okay. So let me say it like this, right? Far as in with me, from a man's standpoint, I always sit back and I look at things from a different eye, right? And usually when I sit back and I say this, I always say it for the true intentions, right? I always sit back and say that, I want somebody to just meet far as and just for me. Nobody else. I don't want to share anything. I want, when I walk into that house and stuff like that, I want it to be mine. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about what I have to bring to the table, right?
Yeah.
I bring stability. I bring love. I bring. I said bring. You heard that?
Yeah,
that's
bring.
That's that quarter of song.
So you bring another aspect to their world.
I bring that type of happiness to the point where I feel as if like when you open up your eyes and stuff like that right night, I may be the person that you think about. I will be that person
Yeah.
that you sit back and you just be like, I wonder what he's doing. I want to be that person, not want, but I am that person or whatever
Come
that
on.
will sit back and just be like, you know what, I love you just far as and for you. And once I know I'm at that level or whatever, when I can actually express myself and say that I love you, you get what I'm saying? That's a different aspect far as that, because now you're getting to that part where I want to become whole far as in with you. You get what I'm saying? I want to be that person or whatever that you can sit back and just be like, you know what, that is really just far as in for me. You get what I'm saying? Because a
Yeah.
lot of people don't actually know how that feels. It's scary. You know why? Because when people actually sense or feel that type of love or whatever, it's so scary to the point where that one question always pops up into their head, right? This is too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? That will pop up in their head so many times to the point where you have to actually sit back and give them that reassurance. That was something I will make sure that I bring. Make sure telling that you're beautiful, that you are loved. You get what I'm saying? I'll sit back and kiss you on your forehead. I love the kisses on the nose and stuff like that as well too, because I love doing that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We bring different aspects because everybody is different. Not everybody is as far as like how your past is. As far as I'm with me,
Yeah.
I'm just me. You get what I'm saying? And usually I always sit back and tell people just accept me far as and for me, and I promise you I can give you everything else after that. I can literally give you my last, and next thing you know, you won't even know it, right? But I'll always make a way. I always make a way, regardless of what it is. I love the dates. I love everything like that.
Yeah.
It's just quality time. The little things always matters. I always will sit back and preach that too.
So
And
what? So in the same aspect, what having if a person has a side person, I always say if somebody else has to come into the relationship, there's something wrong with the relationship.
oh yeah, of course.
And people be delusional and say, "Oh no, nothing was wrong. Everything was fine. It was just me." Yeah, it may just was you, but let's be real here. If it was just you, there wouldn't be somebody else.
Yeah, you're right. You're right
If
about
you were
that.
just the issue, and it was because sometimes it is something where people are serial cheaters, right?
Yeah,
It
like,
could be
you
like
just, you
that,
just can't be
or
happy.
that's just who they
You just
are.
can't be
But
happy.
that's the toxicity in them. But at the same time, you also have to think like you can't be. You got to be real. When people say, "Oh, it was just all me," it's nice that you want to take accountability, but there was something lacking. So that's why you did what you did.
Right.
And maybe it's something that you don't even know how to explain. Maybe it's something that is lacking within you, but you didn't know how to, communicate that. So you went a toxic route to get a result to be living in basically your toxicity because it's normal to be hurt.
I will say this, bro. My toxic thing or whatever that I will sit back and say that I will actually do is just I would usually shut down, right? I would
Yeah,
shut down to the
the
point
lack
where,
of communication.
but now I will actually communicate it. I will actually put it out there to the point where I will actually say that, you know what? Let's talk about this later. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about it now because guess what? I don't want to say something out of rage. I don't want to say something that I know I can't take back. You get what I'm saying?
You just
I don't
said
want
that
to.
about me earlier. That's why I said
Yeah.
like with me and Maurice when we get into, I just be like, I know where I used to be, but now I'm just like,
You calm.
hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I'm
like,
saying? It's
hey.
more like, hey, but then again, if you feel like
And it's
that
not
it's being forced-
dismissing the feelings,
No, it's not.
but it's communicating that in this moment we're not able to communicate
Yeah.
because effectively it's not going to go anywhere but in a circle back to everybody feeling like they're right. My biggest thing about being in a relationship is I don't care to win an argument.
It's not because what are you
Because
solving, right?
what did we solve? Being right.
Right.
Being right does not make me the better partner if my partner is hurting. Because I felt like I'm just right and that fixes it. It doesn't fix anything.
But one thing I will say is this: the right, just because you feel like that you're right, don't mean that your feelings are not valid as well too. Because
Correct.
you are telling the truth. You, get
You
what
are.
I'm saying? And if you're telling the truth, far as when it comes to certain, like for instance, right, I had somebody sit back and they was just like, you know what, I get far as like how you feel or whatever, but you know. No shade thrown or anything like that, right? But the only thing I'm saying is your feelings and stuff like that will always be valid. It has to be valid. Only reason why, because you have to understand something. You're a person too, just like how they are a person.
Correct.
And if they can't understand that or whatever, right, then you have to voice your opinion at that point. Because if not, then they just run all over you.
But you also like you said, you also just have to know how and who you are with as a person.
Right.
You have to know who your partner is and how they communicate because there are partners who are overly dramatic. There are partners who will get quiet, and you have to learn your partner if you want to be with that person long term.
Side note, is it like, you know, and I know it's crazy or whatever and stuff
What?
like that, right? But side note, have you ever had somebody like don't like moan or something like that, like when y'all having sex or something? Like not like it's not good or something like that, but they don't
It's
show
quiet.
like quiet sex. You ever had something like that?
Yeah,
Like, is that normal?
it is for some people.
Is it?
Like me,
Yeah. You don't make no like noise.
I make noise.
No, I just
I do, no, but
I wanted to put it in there, though.
But depending on how into you I am,
I don't think
because
it's
if
that.
I just want to get it off,
Right.
I'm silent. I won't even moan.
So
I
it
won't. Even when I
But does
bust,
it like it's good though, right?
it'd be good, but
It'd be good, but you just quiet with it.
yeah, just
You know
like
what I'm saying?
like I like usually I'm like, oh fuck nigga, what? No, I'll be like this. No, I won't even do that. I'll be like,
You try to
I'm
get it
good.
but in your head. You're like,
I'm good.
You're like,
yeah,
right?
because I don't know. Some people, I just don't want to get. I don't want you to be thinking it's that good.
No, that's toxic. That's toxic.
I don't think you got me like that.
All right, I just wanted a better understanding of that. I'm just saying because Michael Myers.
No, but you never felt like that. Like
I mean,
you
I
didn't want
have.
to give a female like that.
No.
Some people in
I
their
like
head be
it.
like,
You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Yeah, this the best you ever had, and you be like, it's mid. It's mid.
Yo,
but
no,
okay.
Listen, that is wild, nigga. Let me tell you, if you ever tell somebody some shit like that, like, how it feel, it's mid. Like, yo, think about it.
Wait, now
Think
you
about
got
that. Think
I,
about that.
I
Think about
have told a guy that before.
I
I was like,
what you say,
I didn't say it was mid. I was like, he was like, oh yeah, you like that tight ass. I said, it's a little loose. I said, and he said, what? I said, you need better grip, honey, because I said, somebody else was up in here. I was like, and he was like, what you mean? I was like, somebody else was up in here.
Yeah.
I said, I can tell.
Yeah.
I was like, and he was like,
Yeah.
and then you know what he said? He's like, oh yeah, they was. I said, I knew it. I said, yo, because this didn't feel like the last time. I said, this shit was feeling mid.
No, man. Only thing I'm saying is for the silent.
He blocked me after that.
It is. I believe you. But for the silent people that's out there, I mean, it's alright. You get what I'm saying? Michael Myers didn't make no noise either when he was out there killing bitches, so it is what it is. You get what I'm saying?
But if you are silent, if you are a silent person, I feel like if it's your partner, they should know, not necessarily how to make you vocal, but they would know if
They'll
they're
definitely
pleasing you.
talk. Don't get
They'll
me
know
wrong.
if they please
They'll
you or
definitely
not.
talk. You get what I'm saying? But it's just something.
Because like you
know,
ever been in a relationship with somebody? Because I've done this.
What?
I've been in a relationship and I'll be like, after I'll be like, that wasn't it. like, no, I have said that myself. Like, I was like, I don't know what the fuck we was doing. We got to it, but that wasn't it. Like, compared to how we get there. I have said that before. Like, I'm not ashamed to say, like, I was like, yeah, that wasn't it. It was all right. We got to the goal, but the work to do the goal wasn't working for me.
Yeah. Anyway, let's put it like
or lazy partners in the bed. Just want to lay there.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Because there's women and men like that too. Just want to lay there.
I say that Cadillac converter get out. I just be wanting you to get on top sometimes. That's it.
Let me tell you something. Maybe like 4 pumps of him bouncing on it. It's over. Knees.
But you know that. But you know the difference though. Y'all can sit out there and women, right?
Women should be easier.
No, but listen though. No, they'll sit out there and dance, shake that ass all day, right? But when it's time for you to tell you to get on top,
But okay, so is that hold on now. This goes back to what you said because we stepped off for a second. With your topic of side chick versus wifely duties, is it more common for wifey to get a little lazy in the bedroom versus the side chick who be bouncing like she a Jamaican dancehall queen?
Yo, that's crazy work. That's crazy
and that will bounce and jump and whine
but
and
honestly,
do Beyonce surfboards on it. Versus sometimes wifey get comfortable like, yeah, I've been taking this pipe, it's good. You know, I ain't got to do as much no more. Let's just do missionary.
No, because you got to switch it up. My thing.
Yeah, you got to. But what I'm saying, when people become with their partner for too long, they get comfortable.
That's true.
And they lose focus on just still, yeah, we have sex, but making it fun.
Right.
Like me, like I like to bring stuff and do stuff, and you know, I like to keep it up. I've been with my partner almost 4 years, and I always be changing it up because I don't want to get to that point where I'm like, you know, like,
You're like, yeah, it's the same. But anyway,
it was cool.
But listen. You guys, look, we got to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna be honest, far as in with y'all, you know, we love y'all, but
so before we let them go,
right,
is a side chick duty to bounce like Spice, the Jamaican dancehall queen, or Shensia. Y'all already know. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. No Love Lost 24 on YouTube. Make sure you check us out. We got videos up. We do keep subscribing, keep liking, and y'all already know it's one love.
I just wanted to make it short.
I know. That's why I just rap. But we forgot about what does the side chick do. That's why I had to say, is it them bouncing? Because because my job.